That way, is it?
No, Matt, it's really not. We actually have a wind advisory in place for the Rio Grande Valley all the way into the eastern plains for today, even a high wind watch for the Guadalupe Mountains region for this afternoon. Winds expected to climb 30 to even 40 miles an hour, gusting up to 50 and 55. Right now, they're not too strong, 5 to 10 miles an hour, a few spots getting closer to 15, even 20 miles an hour. But it's going to be this afternoon when we really start to see those winds kick up. You can see all the shades of yellow on your screen. That's where we have the sustained winds, 30 to 50 miles an hour. So your day planner today, the temperature's seasonal, but we are going to have the clouds increasing and the high winds, also areas of blowing dust. But we'll talk more about that coming up.
New this morning, a random act of violence overnight in Albuquerque. Somebody took a shot at a Santa Fe police cruiser around 9:30 last night. The marked police car was southbound on 2nd Street near Alameda when it was shot at. The cop was off duty on his way home when he heard something hit his vehicle. He got out and spotted the projectile. Two people witnesses identify as juveniles were seen running back into a trailer park located at 10,200 2nd Street.
At this point, we don't have anybody in custody. We don't believe that this individual officer was targeted. We believe that this may have just been a random act, but they are following up on a few leads that they received from witnesses.
Fortunately, no injuries were reported. Police do not think there is a public safety risk at this point. If anyone has any information about the shooting, they're asked to call law enforcement at the number on your screen, 505-798-7000. Back here in the metro area, the Albuquerque police shooting of a homeless camper is about to become a huge lawsuit.
That's right. And in this case, where this video of the shooting has gone viral, the attorneys filing it say they want this one to hurt.
The city needs to know that taxpayers' pocketbooks are going to get hit hard if they continue to do what they've been doing.
Lawyers for the estate of homeless camper James Boyd have sent the city a notice saying they intend to sue, and very soon. Albuquerque police shot and killed Boyd in the foothills back in March, and that outrage went all across the country. It even stirred up protests here. The lawsuit notice claims that APD failed to properly train and hire its officers and completely mishandled the 3-hour standoff with Boyd. The focus is likely to be on APD officer Keith Sandy, whom you just saw, the first one to shoot Boyd. Now, Sandy was fired from being a state police officer for time card fraud. Law firm representing Boyd's estate got a nearly $8 million payout from the city for a different APD deadly shooting when an officer shot and killed a Rock War vet, Kenneth Ellis, who was holding a gun to his own head. Well, this morning we have video of the latest Albuquerque police shooting, and I must warn you, it is disturbing, but it does not show the actual shooting itself. Take a look.
Mom! What? He's getting Mom! Get out.
Armand Martin's son took this cell phone video showing Martin with a gun ordering the family to leave their home in Ventana Ranch Saturday afternoon. Police also released this video showing SWAT officers approaching Martin's body in the driveway. Police say they shot Martin after he came out of the home, firing at them with 2 guns. You can see the 2 guns and bullet casings on the ground near the body.
My detectives have been working around the clock. I wanted to get you whatever information I could get you today. We will have some video available for you now. There's more video in this case that my detectives have not had an opportunity to review.
APD is explaining the lack of video here, saying some officers had turned their cameras off to save batteries during the 6-hour standoff, and others were more concerned about taking cover when Martin came out and shooting than turning their cameras on. This morning, we also know the SWAT officer who shot Martin. APD says it's Daniel Hughes, this man who has been with the department for 12 years. And people in the Duke City are still talking about Monday night's chaotic city council meeting where protesters upset with police literally took over and got the meeting canceled.
That's right. Councilors are planning to meet again tomorrow, and we wanted to know what the plan is if protesters go at it again.
This is our meeting.
Monday night's demonstrators shouted and waved signs demanding change at APD, then even tried to serve a fake arrest warrant on Chief Gordon Eden. He was not having any of it, and neither were the councilors. They canceled the meeting, and protesters basically took over the chambers at that point.
There could have been arrests last night. I think we've been very patient as a council, and we've allowed the public to give their input.
It is a crime to disrupt a city council meeting. But yet I've heard nothing from the city council president about whether he wants anybody cited, what the procedures will be for the next meeting.
Perry thinks Sanchez should have had some of the protesters ejected. There is talk about adding security for Thursday's meeting. No word if that would be city security guards or police officers. We'll keep you posted. APD is calling in a big gun in the local communications arena. The department has tapped Janet Blair to be Communications and Community Outreach Director. Chief Eden made the announcement yesterday. Blair is a former public information officer at Metro Court. She will oversee the police department's relationship with the Department of Justice. Blair will help create a new communication program during the reform process. Chief Eden says her position will be crucial. Blair was also a local TV reporter for several years and hopes to improve APD's relationship with the media. Well, this could be a huge day for New Mexico's economy because in just hours we could find out if Tesla will build its multi-billion-dollar battery plant here. Matt has been following the very latest with the story. Matt, what do you got?
Talk about a make or break day here, Elizabeth. At 2:30 our time, Tesla is set to release its quarterly report. Now, we can't say for sure if it'll make an announcement on its battery plant, but Elon Musk is set to be on the company's conference call, and we know in the past he's made some big announcements during them. So here's what we know so far and is what is at stake. New Mexico, Texas, Nevada, and Arizona are all finalists for the plant, and California's legislators are making a last-ditch effort to woo the company as well. Tesla has said it's going to break ground very soon in not just one, but 2 different states because it wants to make sure it gets this plant up and running in 3 years. Tesla plans to invest $4 to $5 billion in this plant, worth 6,500 direct jobs. Analysts say these will pay an average of about $80,000 a year. Now, what this all comes down to is economic incentives, including a deal on electric rates. Now, remember, the State House passed a bill to do that earlier this year, but the Senate did not. Now, despite that, New Mexico, we really have a lot going for us. We have the land, we have a lot of wind and sun for energy, plus we also have Elon Musk here, and you're going to talk about that, Elizabeth, with what he's doing with his other company, SpaceX.
That's right. Tesla CEO, as you mentioned, Elon Musk, already has ties to the state with his company, SpaceX. We'll be keeping track on what happens on that this afternoon and keep you updated. We'll also continue to follow all the developments with Tesla until a decision is made. We have everything you need to know about Tesla on our website. Just go to KRQE.com and enter Tesla in the search bar. Albuquerque City Councilor Isaac Benton is looking to revamp the busy intersection of Central and Rio Grande in Old Town. There are signs up and a new website letting us know about it. You can see sketches showing the possible changes, like adding an island of sorts in their intersection, so drivers would have to turn on Central from Rio Grande and not continue forward. You can make comments on the possible plan. We have a link on KRQE.com. Isaac Benton, by the way, says that he is looking for input not just from drivers, but bikers and walkers too. This is kind of by your area.
It is. I drive through that intersection a lot. I'll tell you, it gets backed up all the time. So anything they can do to make it better, I'm not sure how, would be good, particularly for pedestrians, because a lot of people walking back and forth to Old Town right around there.